Hi there, welcome to our series of videos demonstrating our next generation sensor for wave and tide measurement, the WaveRadarREX². In this video we're going to demonstrate the configuration process of the REX² using the supplied wave configurator software, which requires no prior installation and prepares the sensor for deployment. Powering up the REX² involves unscrewing the side cap to gain access to the terminal block within. There is one cable entry port on each side of the REX², one for the power and one for the data. The sensor is supplied with plastic plugs inserted into the cable entry ports to protect the internal electronics during transit. WaveRadarREX² is supplied without cable glands. Cable glands suitable for your deployment should be purchased separately and installed prior to deployment. The thread specification for the cable entry ports are defined at the point of order. These are either M20 by 1.5 or half to 14 NPT. For the purposes of this video, I won't be installing the cable glands. The power leads and RS485 data communications are connected as labelled in the terminal block. There is also a full description of this in the manual. For the power supply, use a single shielded twisted pair with 24 to 14 AWG wire. REX² is powered by direct current input with a required voltage range of 9 to 36 volts, an average power draw of 0.4 watts and a maximum of 1 watt. For the purpose of this video, I'll be using a 12 volt power supply. For the RS485 signal, use shielded twisted pair wiring with a characteristic impedance of 120 ohms, typically 24 AWG. The cables can be encased together for a single cable output using one of the side ports, or they can be kept separate to use both of the ports. In the case of a single cable output, we recommend blanking off one of the side ports in order to maintain the dustproof and waterproof certifications. If your computer does not have a native RS485 serial connection, then a converter is required. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll be using an RS485 to USB converter supplied by Avantech. I'm going to confirm the COM port in use here by navigating to the Windows Device Manager and finding the REX² connection. Once the REX² has been powered up, the LCD screen will start cycling through its startup procedure. This displays the device type, communication protocol, software revision, serial number, and finally device Modbus address. Once REX² has been powered up, you can open up the Wave configurator software on your connected PC. I've inserted the USB stick that came with the WaveRadarREX² into my computer and opened it in Explorer. You can see the Wave configurator software here. I'm going to move this to the desktop and then run it. Opening Wave configurator brings up the connection menu. Check that the comms port and the baud rate are correct by comparing them with the comm settings and baud rate displayed on the LCD during startup. The standard settings are 4800 baud rate and Modbus address 246. Once these have been checked, a connection test and full connect can be run. The sampling rate and maximum range of the sensor can be user set prior to deployment, with the defaults for both configured at 5 Hz and 50 meters respectively. The sampling rate will depend on the user preference of data output, while a correctly configured maximum range will ensure accurate readings from the sensor. These are easily adjusted in the measurement settings window, though real-time data must be halted during alterations. The datum from which the sensor measures is the lower edge of the threaded ring to which the mounting flange is fitted. The device information has no user changeable settings, though the information displayed may be required for diagnostics. We'll be devoting a whole video later in this series to initial diagnostics. The spectrograph is also useful for diagnostics and allows for the visualization of returns from the sensor. The dominant return is used to determine the air gap between the wave radar and the sea surface, which as you can see in this example is shown as 5.48 meters. The x-axis ranges are user adjustable for improved resolution. Once configured and tested prior to deployment, the REX² is ready for the physical installation, which we'll demonstrate in the next video of this series. For more information on WaveRadarREX², please follow the links below. Thank you for watching.